What's going on, everybody? Hey guys, I just got through watching a live feed from Golden Child, Mr. Melvin Peterson, and he inspired me to make a video. And I want to talk about the 2 keys I think everybody needs for creating success. Actually, I don't think it, I know it. And 2 important, very important assets to have if you're shooting down the path to success. Let's see. Well, he was talking about excuse me, goals, and how even right now he's setting goals for next year. Most people don't even set goals, let alone make them 3, 4, 5 months in advance before the end of the year. And he's absolutely right. I mean, the fall is the time to set goals. You got to set those goals, and then when the new year kicks in, you got everything you mapped out, planned out. Then all you got to do is plan your work and work your plan. It's already set in motion. All you got to do is do it. So it's very imperative to set your goals. Know what you got to do. Going after success without having a goal in mind is kind of like going out in a field with a rifle and just shooting at shit. You're shooting all over the place. But once you put a target in front of you, you've got something to shoot for. You got something to shoot at. There's your goal right there. You got to have a target. If you don't have a target, you're just going all over the damn place. So it's very important to set goals. You gotta really dig deep in your core and find out what it is that you really want. Because if you don't really want it, if you don't desire it, then chances are you're going to fall short every time. Most people they fall short of stuff because they're chasing shit that's not really their desire to have. They don't want it bad enough. That's why everybody falls short from chasing their dreams. You got to dig damn deep. You got to know what you want. You got to envision what you want. You got to see it so clearly in your mind that when you close your eyes, it's like you're already there. You already got it. You got to really know what you want. So set those goals, people. Set those goals. Going after success without a goal is kind of like shooting in a field without a target. You got to have something to shoot for. Now, the second part to this is, without going too far in there, I'm going to, we can touch on some of that later on goal making and setting up some goals for you. And finding what really drives you, what lights a fire in your soul to do. You find that, oh my God, it's game over. It's game over. Second part is, there's an old quote, I've quoted it a time or two in videos, but Henry Ford, he deemed the phrase, whether you think you can or you can't, either way you're correct. Nobody in this life achieves anything without thinking they can do it. Everything seems impossible until somebody does it. The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt. No, I don't think I want to go there. I don't know if it was Usain Bolt that set the 4-minute mile. I can't remember. Anyway, let's say it wasn't Usain Bolt. It may have been Usain Bolt that broke the 4-minute mile. They said, scientists said it is impossible for a human being to run 4 miles an hour. The heart will pump too fast. It will explode. It's impossible for a man to run a 4-minute mile. And this one cat done it. I don't think it's Usain Bolt. I think it's back in the 60s. Don't quote me on this. I've read a lot of shit, so I can't keep up with everything. Anyway, this one man done it. First time ever in human history of recorded. He done it. Oh my God, he done it. Well, this was supposed to be impossible to do. But when that one man done it, in the next year, I think 4 or 5 other people done it as well. So it just kept getting faster and faster. But the thing is, if you think it's impossible, you can't do it. If you think you can, and know damn deep down that you can, and keep chipping away at it, you're going to hit it. So whether you think you can or you can't, either way you are correct. It's like that old saying, you know, you can do anything in the world you want to if you put your mind to it. That's true. That's very true. Now I'm gonna tell you hold on, man, I got some bumps. I'll tell you a little story that transpired in the last 2 months of if mentality or a win mentality, or as what we was talking about, one who thinks he can and one who thinks he can't. And I got two drivers I hold dear to my heart, and they are both in the lease game right now, striving to get out of that lease game, work that truck, put those miles down, and have enough money down to get their own truck, and then either lease on with the company they're leased on now with their truck and do away with that high overhead burden they've got, or lease on to another company. But either way, in the last 2 months, it's shown very bright which one thinks he can and which one thinks he can't. Because you got two identical drivers, the only thing different is their pant size. One's a little taller, one's a little shorter. One's a little older, one's a little younger. But besides that, they have the same truck, the same company, the same pay. Only thing different is their damn personalities and shoe size. You know what I'm saying? That's everything else that enables them to make money is 100% identical. They're cloned. All right, 2.5 months ago, these two drivers set out to knock out $10,000. All right. This ain't no theory shit. This ain't no bullshit. This is two people that I hold dear to my heart. Two people that I'm very close to. So this is real life shit. This ain't no theory stuff. This is real life. People I know. It's not no hearsay. Well, I guess for you, I guess it kind of is hearsay. But for me, it ain't hearsay. I know the two cats. All right, listen, in 2.5 months, cat number one, driver number one, he's ran into a lot of obstacles, a lot of bumps along the road, a lot of things to basically hold him back from achieving his $10,000 goal. Now, in conversation with this driver, every time we're talking, he's always using this one little key word, if. And what I mean by that is, if I get my truck, if I can get my truck, if I can get my job, he wants to go to Landstar, if I can get on at Landstar, if. And I finally got to thinking, I was like, dude, I really think what's holding you up right now, I said, you're holding yourself up. Well, that's it. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You know, I can't help what happens. I can't help I've had 2 leaky loads. One was a hazmat, and it held me up for 3 days. I can't help that. I can't help that I had another leaky load that was non-haz, but it still held me up. It took me 2 or 3 days longer to get this load secured and took care of, trailer cleaned out. I can't help stuff like that. Or I can't help that I'm at home or in California and they don't have no loads and the freight's slow. I can't help that. I said, no, yeah, you can. Now, me and him have 2 different mindsets. Me and this cat, we grew up together. And we grew up together. Best friends since as long as I can remember. He's my brother. But we got 2 different mindsets. Now, he thinks I'm floating around on cloud 9 all the time. He thinks, you know, you living in a dream world, dog. And I told him, maybe I am living in a dream world. Maybe rainbows are damn slides for unicorns. But god damn it, it works. It works. I see the glass half full, not half empty. You know what I'm saying? I stay positive. Not only do I stay positive, I believe in the good book where it says, ask and you shall receive, and believe it. See, I believe. I believe it to the point I put my life on the line all the time. Because I believe. I used to ride sport bikes until I got into this game. I'm ready to get back in my sport bikes. And I used to do some crazy shit. I used to put my life on the line all the time. People said, man, you're going to die. You ain't going to live past 30. You ain't going to live past 40. You're going to, blah, blah, blah. Something's going to happen. There's only 2 riders. There's riders that's went down. There's riders that hadn't went down yet, yada, yada, yada. I never went down. And I've done some crazy shit. I'm talking about 140-mile-an-hour wheelies on the interstate. Go to the track, race at a wear expert level. Be out there on the street, bike taped up, and I'm out there outrunning guys that race the Weir circuit. I put my life on the line a lot, but I understood a long time ago, asking you shall receive and believing. And at an early age, I asked myself, how long do I want to live, Sammy? And I said, shit, I want to live past 80 and crazy. So I used to pray about it. I used to ask God for it. I want to live to be an old man, past 80 and crazy. Later, I've changed that to 100, at least 100. I want to see that triple digit. I know it seems like I'm getting off somewhere here, but I got a point to make. At a young age, I bought into the ask and you shall receive if you believe. If you got the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. I believe that. And when I believe when I ask to live past 80 and crazy, I believed it so true that I put my life on the line for year after year after year after year after year after year. I've really lived reckless. And like my mother said, I was talking to her a while back, she said, be careful. I said, I ain't gotta be careful. I'm gonna live to be an old man, watch. And she said this. She said, well, you never know. I said, woman, don't you test my faith. I said, I prayed and I asked God a long time ago to live past 80 and crazy. I said, if you tell me I don't know, then you're checking my faith. I said, I believe it. I believe it to the point that I put my life on the line many times with no fear, because I know if I'm going to live past 80 and crazy, there's nothing in this world that's going to take me out of it. So yeah, I do know. Now, me and my brother, we came up, we got different mindsets. He thinks I'm always floating around on cloud 9. But I believe this simple fact here. Asking you shall receive and believing. Knocking it shall be opened unto you. I believe that kind of stuff. Does that put me on cloud 9? No, that puts me a man of high caliber faith. Now, I believe when you set out to do something, if you believe to your core that you can do it, I don't believe there's nothing going to hold you back but yourself. Now, back on my brother. In conversation, we was talking, and he's talking about if I get my truck, if I can go to Landstar, if I this, if I that. And I said, dude, you're holding yourself up. I think, and he's like, well, I can't help this, I can't help that. I said, oh, that's where you're wrong. See, I told you all this to tell you this, or told you all of that to tell you this. I said, brother, I know you think I'm floating around on cloud 9 and I'm living in a dream world where damn rainbows or unicorn slides. I said, but I feel like I said, if you don't believe in yourself, you don't have the confidence that you can do something, and you don't really believe in yourself achieving it. I said, I believe life has a funny way of putting things in your path to show you you're right. You ain't gonna get there. I said, but on the contrary, if you change your level of thinking and really believe that you can achieve it, I said, I also believe that life's got a funny way of putting things in front of you to help get you there. See, I believe life happens for you, not to you. Life don't give you what you want. Life gives you what you are, what you earn, what you do. So if you want to be successful, if you want to reach success, you got to be success. If you want to wake up tomorrow and be living the dreams, you've got to put forth yesterday everything it is that you need to do to achieve it. But it all starts with believing in yourself. Like I said, life's got a funny way of putting things in your path when you know what you want. People say everything happens for a reason. I believe that to be true, but I do not believe that happens on how most people kind of come across with that. The way I believe that to be true is, if you've set out for a dream, you've set out to chase your dream, you set out to achieve what you want, and you wholeheartedly in your core know that you deserve it, and you know that you can achieve it, from that point after, I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe things is going to fall in your path to either help you out or hold you down. Now, you ain't got to buy into that. I buy into it because I've got story after story of shit just falling in my lap that helps me get to my point of success faster and in a better way that I could have never planned. So you asked me if I believe in that. Am I on cloud nine? That's what you want to call it. I call it just, I got a daggum exponential level of faith that I can do something. I know that I can do it. If I set out to do something, I'm not going to do it if I don't think I can do it. But the stuff that I set out to do that I know I can do, I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to reach it because I know I can do it. Everything happens in accordance to help get me there. I've had it happen over and over and over. Anyway, I'm getting on topic here. Now, my brother, if I can get my truck, if I can get my job at Landstar, and I told him, I said, you're holding yourself up. He says, I don't see how I have anything to play in that, having stuff that was out of my control. And I said, on the contrary, I think you are in control, because if you go at this goal, doubt, self-doubt, not believing in yourself, life has a funny way of putting stuff in front of you to actually hold you back and be like, yeah, you're right. You was right. You can't achieve that. Look, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to hold you up. Life's kind of funny like that. But let's look at the other side of it. Let's look at another dear friend of mine. Dear friend about 4 years. One of my best friends in the trucking world. Met him out here in the trucking world. And that's like my brother, man. Shit, I trust him with anything. Super cool dude, super chill dude. And he said at the same time, him and my brother, they got together and we was all talking. And I said, you know, this is what you guys were to do. Well, my friend number 2, driver number 2, said, oh, he's from Wisconsin. So, oh yeah, I can do that. Hells bells, let's do it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love his accent. He's always making fun of mine, but at the same time, I'm making fun of his. Anytime I've noticed in conversation with him, it's just like me before I got my own truck, my own company, my own everything, my whole, you know, getting caboodle. It's when I get my truck, I don't know if I'm going to stay here where I'm at or at least on the Landstar, but when I do, say that I do lease on the Landstar, when I get to Landstar, I'm going to learn that load board. I'm going to learn what rates pay, and I'm going to learn the markets to stay in. When I get my truck. You know, he says it to the point where he believes it. And it's true. He does believe it. He knows he can achieve it. If you mix two personalities, one's got the if mentality, one's got the win mentality. Let's fast forward from 2.5 months ago to today. Driver number 1, the if mentality. You know how much money he's got sitting in the bank? Any hands? Anybody? Drum roll. He's got $0 in the bank. 0. 2.5 months. He's had all kinds of hiccups along the way. And he's always he's carried it with the if mentality. Driver number 2, you know how much money he's got in the bank? He has got $10,000 in the bank. 2.5 months. If mentality driver, zeros. Win mentality, 10,000. You know, the proof is in the pudding there, guys. You got 2 different drivers, 2 different people. The only thing difference is their shoe size, personality, and belt size. You know what I'm saying? One's taller, one's shorter, one's younger, one's older. One says if, one says when. 2.5 months later, with the same company, pulling the same trailers, in the same identical truck, same different rates on the lane rate or the line haul, same everything, same hustle. Both of these drivers have put out 700 plus miles a day. Like it ain't nothing. One says if I get my truck. One says when I get my truck. Today, the if driver has $0 in the bank to buy his new truck. The when driver has $10,000. So, just as important as planning and setting a goal, you gotta really dig down deep and believe you can do something. Because whether you think you can do it or whether you think you can't, either way you are correct. Either way, you will achieve that same desire. Do you think you can or do you think you can't? Do you have the if mentality or the when mentality? See, whenever I was getting my truck, plans have changed a little bit. Because last year, if talking to me, I was always saying when I get my truck paid for, when I pay this truck off. Because I had plans of paying my last truck off last year. But I was always saying when I pay this truck off, when. Now the plans changed a little bit because I was planning on paying my truck off and going to Landstar. The plans, they changed a little bit. But the important part of that is that the root cause of that, the seed of thought, when I got my truck paid off, when I went to Landstar. And I didn't only pay the truck off, I actually got an updated truck, less miles on it, got the truck that I can drive for the next 20 years. I got a timeless truck. I ain't got to worry about another truck. When I get this one paid for, I'm good. I'm golden. I'll rebuild this sucker and keep on rolling. I didn't only go to Landstar, but I passed Landstar and I got my own carrier. Now I haul Landstar loads, not as a BCO, but as an approved carrier. So, but the root cause or the root seed of that, I was always saying when I do this, when I do that, because I believed it. I believed it to the point, it's like I knew I was going to get there. All I had to do is just do the work. You know, faith without work is dead. If you've got the faith and you do the work, you're golden, man. Game over. See, I had the faith. All I knew then was a little bit of work, a little dedication, a little bit of time. And everything happened as it was supposed to, in accordance to how it was supposed to. So listen, guys, like my brother says, I might be floating around on cloud 9, you know, in the land of where rainbows or unicorn slides. Damn, truck, quit speeding up. I need back over. Damn, I'm running 75. You just inching on up with me. It's all right. We'll run 95 if you want. Anyways, I might be up there on cloud 9, you know, watching unicorn slide down the rainbows and shit. But at the end of the day, I'm not chasing the dream. I'm living the dream. Living my dream anyway. Might not be yours, but I'm living mine. Anyway, you guys, you gotta have a target to shoot for. You gotta know what you want. And then the important stuff comes in. This is the hard work. This is going to be the hardest thing you ever achieve during your life here on earth. And the hardest thing you're ever going to achieve with your life on earth is you're going to have to overcome yourself. You're going to have to overcome this. You're going to have to really, if you can conquer yourself, you've conquered the world. Not only the world, you've conquered the cosmos. Self-mastery is one of the hardest things you'll ever achieve. Now, you can say all day long, I've done it. But that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you have. I hope you have. But coming out of a broke mentality mindset and going to an abundant mentality mindset, to the level where you think and know that you can achieve anything you want, all you got to do is just put in the work. That's monumental. I don't care how you chop it up. It's monumental. But anyways, guys, have a target. Know what you're shooting for. And whenever you set out, when you set that first foot out, know without a shadow of a doubt that you can achieve it. And know that all you got to do is just do the work. And everything from that point on will line up. Everything will line up to create the perfect path for you to get to where you want to go, therefore giving you an understanding of everything happens for a reason. Anyways, guys, we can call it cloud 9 or we can just call it a level of high faith. Anyways, 24 minutes. Damn. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to touch on. Inspiration from video, watching or live feed from Golden Child, Mr. AKA Melvin Peterson. Love your videos, dude, man. Keep it up. Keep teaching them. Get them. Talk to you guys later. See you. Bye.